News 3 Now at 5. There are new developments in the search for a 3-year-old Milwaukee boy, Major Harris, the subject of an Amber Alert since Saturday. Police found the vehicle of the suspect, Jaheim Clark, near a laundromat this afternoon. The child was initially believed to be with Clark, but Clark is now dead. Milwaukee police approached a house Sunday afternoon. Clark was believed to be inside. As they approached, they heard 2 gunshots and found him with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He died shortly thereafter. Clark is suspected of murdering the child's mother. As for the 3-year-old, his whereabouts remain unknown. Madison police are reacting to the news we first learned this afternoon. A Madison police officer shot and wounded a fellow officer during an arrest last weekend. In a statement, MPD thanked the state for its investigation, but also warned of the dangers of people illegally carrying guns. Our Brad Hamilton live from State Street with more on what we found out today. Brad?
They say that the officer's name is Keith Brown, and they say that he inadvertently shot another officer while trying to arrest 19-year-old Katone Richardson. Now, I want you to see some video that we actually got that night on State Street. That's when this incident happened early on October 10th near Monday's Bar on State Street. MPD spotted Richardson on a surveillance camera, and records showed that he was supposed to not be out at 10 p.m., but police confronted Richardson. He ran, and then they noticed that he had a gun on him. As officers struggled to cuff Richardson, that's when the DOJ says that Officer Brown fired his gun. The officer who was hit was treated at a hospital and has since been released. Now, MPD says that Officer Keith Brown is on administrative leave while the investigation plays out, but their statement added that this case shows the dangers police face and that those dangers can no longer be tolerated by our community. And I also got a chance to talk with Richardson's lawyer, who says that he is not going to defend his client for breaking his bail. He says that he was wrong in that case, but he says that MPD muffed the explanation as they believe that that initial release made it seem as if Richardson was the one that shot the officer. We'll have more coming up at 6, but for now, reporting live in Madison tonight, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
All right, Brad, thank you. Local law enforcement agencies are looking for 2 people after the suspects crashed into a town of Madison squad car and then ran off. Police are responding to a report of someone shooting out a car about 5 a.m. This was near South Sunnyvale Lane, and here's what happened next.
Stop, please!
The police found a loaded rifle and 2 loaded 9mm magazines inside the car, which had been stolen from Janesville. School administrators at a Sun Prairie Middle School put the school into a precautionary lockdown this afternoon after high school and middle school students staged a walkout to bring awareness to sexual assault. According to a message sent to Sun Prairie's parents and guardians, a group of students planned the walkout in support of several recent protests at area high schools after allegations that an East High School student raped a young woman. District administrators said the event began peacefully, but some situations escalated between a few students. The district did not share information about the context surrounding the escalated situations. A huge fire overnight destroys Lucky's Bridge Motel on the shore of Lake Wisconsin. A Lodi fire investigation has determined the fire was caused by an unattended grill that was close to the building. The fire spread quickly in the back of the motel before it was discovered. Our photojournalist Jim Rader spoke to a longtime Lodi restaurant about how she's going to miss that motel.
This is heartbreaking because I was here with my family of 21 people Friday, Saturday, and we left yesterday afternoon. Even had supper here last night and find out this morning this is what it looks like. Beautiful place to stay for a family. It breaks my heart. And I know Rod, and we've been coming here for years, and I know he's heartbroken too.
I'm going to miss it. I hope he can get it rebuilt in time for our next event, because we've been coming here sometimes twice a year, once in April and again in October. So I'd like to see it rebuilt so we can continue our tradition of coming up here. We've been coming here for years. When we lived in California, before that we lived in Indianapolis.
Kind of tough to come here and see this happen.
Well, yeah, come back. I mean, we were just here this weekend, and
every year
just to come back now, it's horrible. I still can't believe it.
No,
I can't believe it.
It won't sink in.
Fortunately, no one was hurt in that fire. People staying there were moved to neighboring motels. All right, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Meteorologist Dana Fulton out on the weather patio. Pretty nice start to the week, Dana.
It's a really nice start to the week. Again, it's hard to have a case of your Monday blues when it's nice and sunny and comfortable outside. We had a bit of a split forecast this weekend. Yesterday, mild for us, but Saturday a little cooler. Really, Saturday was where we should be for this time of year because 71, a little bit above average for the end of October. Mostly sunny skies, dew points in the upper 30s, a light breeze coming through the single digits. So again, very, very comfortable outside this afternoon. 73 in Janesville, 72 in Mineral Point right now. Temperatures this morning in the upper 30s. So it was a cool start to the day. Areas north of the Dells below freezing. We're not expecting those overnight lows to drop quite as much tonight, only into the middle 40s for us as we look ahead to the start of your Tuesday. For Tuesday afternoon, we're back to the low 70s, another partly sunny sky day. Another mild afternoon, but this is in front of our next system that will bring a rain chance and a cool down for the end of the week. We'll take a closer look at Fulton Day in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. President Biden has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff through Friday to honor COLIN Powell, former Joint Chiefs Chairman and Secretary of State who has died from COVID-19 complications. In an announcement on social media today, the family said COLIN Powell had been fully vaccinated. He had also been treated over the past few years for multiple myeloma, blood cancer. He was 84 years old. A little later in this newscast, we'll look back at his life and career and how his statements before the UN Security Council to make the case for a U.S. war in Iraq forever impacted that career. And former Governor Tommy Thompson had a direct connection to COLIN Powell, a man who Thompson today called a true leader. Brady Mallory joins us from the News Center with more on Thompson's thoughts on the former Secretary of State. Brady?
Well, Thompson and Powell both served 4 years in the George W. Bush cabinet. Thompson was Secretary of Health and Human Services from 2001 to 2005. Thompson spoke with us during a visit to UW-Platteville this afternoon. He was there to promote the UW system's voluntary vaccine program and check out a new science building on campus. Thompson says Powell was one of the most brilliant strategists we've ever had in the U.S. military. He told us today Powell's death left him feeling badly for a man who shared his wisdom with Thompson, as well as Powell's widow, Alma.
He was a family man first. He was a patriot. He loved the United States. He was a soldier. And I always loved to talk to him. He gave me some real good tidbits about war.
Thompson also shared an anecdote Powell told him. He compared going to war to going into a pottery store. If you break something, you have to own it and never go in without a plan to get out. Well, Thompson also said we should also recognize what Powell did outside of politics and the military. Powell became the founding chairman of America's Promise, which is dedicated to improving children's lives, guiding them through schools, education, and eventually the workforce.
Brady, thank you. The state of civics education in Wisconsin in the spotlight after a bill that would create a model course and require high school students to study civics. It awaits a Senate vote. Naomi Cole's digging into the state of civics education in Wisconsin, what it looks like locally. Naomi?
I visited one of the most highly acclaimed high school classes in the state today. That's right here in Middleton. The UW Dean of Education identified it as one of the best in Wisconsin and is based off a model first developed by teachers in Chicago. Students take part in a model legislature, writing and debating their own bills.
This class helped me not only understand what I believed, but what also all the topics and all the issues that politics covers.
And I feel like students take so much more away, especially long term, from being able to live out the process themselves than they would from, memorizing the amendments for a quiz.
We're taking a look inside this classroom and talking with one of the state's leading education experts about why she believes a civics requirement is needed, but not one that includes curriculum where politicians and non-civics experts have a hand in developing it. Hear from her tonight at 6.
Naomi, thank you. Coming up, former President Trump files a lawsuit in the January 6th congressional investigation. And what's been done to rescue American hostages being held by a Haitian gang. We'll have the very latest. And coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, how a Wisconsin man is making it his mission to raise awareness about becoming a kidney donor. And optimism building on Wall Street over third quarter earnings reports. The Dow Industrials lost 36, closing at 35,258. The Nasdaq, however, gains 124. The S&P up 15. We'll be right back.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest brat, the brat that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad, and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. First, take your rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam.
I really do.
Then shop using the information and rating system on each bed. It's mattress shopping reinvented, plus mattress specials for every budget. And save big on our reclining sofas and chairs. On sale now, only at Slumberland Furniture.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
We have an update on the officer-involved shooting from a couple of weeks ago. We find out who actually shot the officer in that incident. Plus, you may hear some rumblings in the night this week. We'll tell you when to expect it. That's tonight. News 3 Now at 6.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh SPREITER. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Former President Trump has just filed a lawsuit to block the release of documents to the January 6th Select Committee of Congress challenging President Biden's decision. The former President Trump claims in the lawsuit that the request is almost limitless in scope and seeks records with no reasonable connection to that day. CBS News has confirmed the FBI is helping with hostage negotiations now in Haiti after 17 Christian missionaries were abducted there over the weekend. The State Department says officials are in contact with the families of the abducted group, which includes 16 Americans and 1 Canadian, 5 of them children. Natalie Brand at the White House with the very latest.
A senior law enforcement official tells CBS News FBI tactical teams are on the ground in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, ready for a possible rescue mission and assisting in making contact with the kidnappers of 17 missionaries.
Where our efforts right now are focused are with officials on the ground, including from the FBI, working closely with our diplomatic team and the U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince, who's coordinating with local authorities, providing assistance to the families.
The missionaries were affiliated with Ohio-based Christian Aid Ministries, which released a statement saying, "We request urgent prayer for the group of Christian Aid Ministries workers who were abducted while on a trip to visit an orphanage." The gang believed to be responsible is known to carry out mass kidnappings from buses and cars. CBS News obtained a WhatsApp message from a person who claims to have been in contact with the abducted group, which read in part, "Please pray for us. We're being harassed, kidnapped. They have control of our vehicle."
Haiti has been rocked by turmoil in recent months with the assassination of the country's president, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake, and the mass return of thousands of Haitian migrants from the U.S. southern border.
Gary Pierre, founder and publisher of the Haitian Times, says gangs feel empowered amid the chaos.
There's no functioning government, and the gangs rule Port-au-Prince and the country at large.
The Center for Analysis and Research in Human Rights says there's been more than 600 kidnappings in Haiti just this year. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And the U.S. State Department has a do not travel advisory in place for Haiti, citing kidnapping, crime, civil unrest, and COVID-19. Leaders of the local faith community and environmental groups got together at the state capitol today in a combined effort to raise awareness about climate change. It comes as the UN prepares for the COP26 Climate Change Conference later this month in Scotland. The meeting will bring together world leaders, scientists, and activists to push toward meeting the goals of the Paris Climate Agreement.
We need COP26. We need the scientists. We need the politicians to do what they need to do. But the problem is bigger than all of them. We need healing.
The group wrote prayers on fabric squares. They plan to send them to the climate meeting in Glasgow. Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather now. Meteorologist Dana Fulton joins us. Dana?
It is nice and sunny outside for us right now. I almost wish that I was back on the patio. Here's a live look at Platteville with our clear blue sky, thanks to our Queen Bee Radio sky cam. Now, right now, things nice and clear. As we look ahead to the next few days, we will continue to see a nice sunny sky for tomorrow, but this cold front off to the west is going to steadily approach, and that's going to bring in some rain chances as we look ahead to Wednesday. So Tuesday, we're still nice and sunny outside, but for Wednesday, it is going to get a little bit warmer in front of that cold front, and we're also going to see that chance for some showers to build in along with that system. Tuesday, still sunny outside, still mild in front of our cold front also for Tuesday and for Wednesday. Today, high temperatures were in the low 70s. It seems likely that's where we're going to stay for the next few days. Rain chances build in for us on Wednesday with a slight chance early Thursday morning. That's going to help pull our temperatures back just a little bit for the middle of the week. I'm not expecting those cooler temperatures to stick around for too long. Not really anchoring down to that cool spell just yet. Doppler track is nice and quiet. Again, that's how it will stay for us as we look ahead to Tuesday. Temperatures for early Tuesday morning will be in the upper 40s, mid to upper 40s, really throughout southern Wisconsin. I'm not concerned about any patchy frost for us tomorrow morning like what we saw for early today north of the Dells. For Tuesday afternoon, highs will be in the low 70s. That breeze coming in from the south. Our cloud coverage will start to build in late Tuesday night into Wednesday, and for Wednesday, we're expecting variably cloudy skies with our shower chances developing through the afternoon and evening. Some of these showers could see a few thunderstorms mixed in and some heavy rain at times. Notice we'll have dry spots mixed in there as well, but the rain chances will likely stick with us into early Thursday morning. It's just a slight chance for a few lingering showers before everything pulls off to the east later on Thursday evening. A few small chances for rain mixing in next week, and that's pushing our precipitation above average for the season for the end of October, starting to trend above average, and we're still seeing that above average trend for our temperatures in our 6 to 10 day outlook. In fact, notice this average line. This time of year, we should be in the upper 50s. We're seeing highs in the low 70s for the next few days, and as we get to the end of the 10-day, high temperatures should be closer to the mid 50s, and we're still trending a little bit above average. That cool down for the middle of the week pulls us closer to normal, but not a really big drop, and certainly not a prolonged drop for us. Partly sunny skies tomorrow, variably cloudy on Wednesday with our shower chances developing. A slight chance on Thursday, mainly early in the day before the rain completely clears out. Friday night, Saturday night into Sunday morning, that's when we're going to see our best opportunities for some patchy frost yet again. And next week, more rain chances will build in, and those rain chances will pull us likely above average for as we continue into the last week of October at that point. As far as traffic concerns right now, always good news. We don't have any accidents popping up for us in Dane County. In fact, the Beltline east and westbound right now, we're not seeing any major delays, and the interstate looks smooth through Dane County. Downtown Janesville, no hiccups this evening, and north and southbound on the interstate in Rock County, nice and smooth for us as well. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, a quick 17-minute drive this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Dana, thank you. Next, the life and times of General Colin Powell, a career that spanned presidents and wars. That's when News 3 Now at 5 continues.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Menards, shed some light on your home with over 800 outdoor lights and find your style with Patriot Lighting. You're guaranteed to find the perfect light that will match your taste. Add a modern touch to your outdoor living space with a poppy decorative wall light. It creates a dazzling look that will last for years. Keep your yard lit and secure with a security light from Halo. Save 11% on all outdoor lighting right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, by ordering in response to this advertisement, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Introducing Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. New luxury apartments for seniors 55 plus. Professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Former Secretary of State and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Colin Powell, has died. The 84-year-old died of complications from COVID-19. He was fully vaccinated but had battled underlying conditions. CBS's Meg Oliver takes a look at Powell's extraordinary life of service.
When President Bush appointed Colin Powell as Secretary of State, he became the highest-ranking African-American official in the history of the United States. His was a true American success story. His parents were Jamaican immigrants who raised him in the South Bronx. After graduating from the City College of New York, he took an Army commission and served in Vietnam. He rose in the ranks, becoming a general, and was appointed the head of the National Security Council by President Ronald Reagan. More honors were to follow. During the next administration, President George Herbert Walker Bush made Powell chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest military position in the Defense Department. Again, Powell was the first African American to hold the post. Operation Desert Storm in 1991 made Powell an even more familiar face.
Our strategy to go after this army is very, very simple. First, we're going to cut it off.
When he retired from the Army, Powell wrote his autobiography and chaired America's Promise, a nonprofit organization dedicated to building character in young people. There was speculation he might run for president, but his wife, Alma, was against it. Then Powell was called upon by George W. Bush.
I am honored to be given the opportunity to return to public service as the 65th Secretary of State.
Though initially opposed to the idea, Powell agreed to go along with the Bush administration's plan to forcibly overthrow Saddam Hussein. Using his greatest asset, his popularity with the public, he went before the United Nations and the world to build a case for invading Iraq.
Saddam Hussein and his regime are concealing their efforts to produce more weapons of mass destruction.
Later, after the United States was firmly entrenched in the war, inaccuracies were found in Powell's speech, and the Bush administration said it acted on faulty intelligence. Powell admitted the UN speech was a painful blot on his record and pushed for reform in the intelligence community.
I'm so proud that I have had this chance to serve my nation.
In 2008, the longtime Republican made news when he endorsed Barack Obama for president. Powell spent his final years in the private sector, but he remained vocal on political issues that were important to him. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
Again, Colin Powell's family has said he was fully vaccinated for COVID-19, which means he had a breakthrough infection. The 84-year-old general had underlying conditions, including Parkinson's disease, and had been treated for multiple myeloma, which can severely compromise the immune system. Immunocompromised people may also not build the same levels of immunity after vaccination as healthy people. More than 189 million people in the U.S. have now been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 to date. The CDC has received reports of nearly 32,000 patients with breakthrough infections who were hospitalized or died, and since May, the CDC has only collected data on severe breakthrough cases.
As we look at patients who are hospitalized, that's a good indicator of severity of infection. Over 90% of them continue to be people who are unvaccinated.
Colin Powell's wife also had a breakthrough case of COVID-19, but responded to treatment with monoclonal antibodies. The therapy is given to patients at high risk for severe infection in the first days after exposure. Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
For over 60 years, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has brought joy and happiness to Midwest families. And now through Wednesday, we're celebrating our Toyland tradition by offering great deals for everyone's wish list. Like $15 off this Little Tykes Easy Store trampoline. Select men's, women's, and kids' boots are on sale. Plus, help others' wishes come true with Kids Helping Kids. Donate new unwrapped toys and we'll match up to $200,000. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone. Don't miss our store-wide celebration now through Wednesday.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the SUV of the future for everyone. Ford Edge. With all new Sync 4A with a 12-inch touchscreen and available enhanced active park assist, it's built to make life easier. Because the SUV of the future isn't built for a few. It's built for America. Ford Edge. Drive one today. Now, choose FlexBuy on Ford Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months, plus $500 cash only at your local Ford dealer.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. The life and legacy of Colin Powell, from his remarkable military and political career to his passionate advocacy for others, what he once said about the importance of service to country. Plus, new concerns over COVID breakthrough infections and what the immunocompromised can do to further protect themselves. And Tony Bennett singing his way into the Guinness Book of World Records again. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
Now let's go back to Dana. One final check of the forecast.
We're going to have another sunny day for tomorrow. Another day with temperatures in the low 70s. So I hope you're able to enjoy this mild stretch, at least for this evening and maybe for a little bit of time tomorrow. Before our next opportunity for rain builds in, showers will develop on Wednesday. Might have a few isolated thunderstorms mixed in. Otherwise, high temperatures still trending above average in the upper 60s. Behind that rain chance, though, we will cool down. Highs will be back into the 50s heading into the weekend. Overnight lows, though, for early Friday and Saturday morning in the mid-30s with a calm breeze could lead to some patchy frost. Our next rain chances for next week start to cycle in a few more opportunities for showers, so we'll stay a little steady with our temperatures above average and rain chances likely continuing through much of the work week.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.